Hello, internet. So yeah, time for the my favorite games 2014 video before January comes to an end and I'm too late to make it. So yeah, so let's start with that. Basically, it's a two-part video. I talk about my five favorite games last year, and then I guess like a quick, stuff for the channel next or this year in 2015. Whatever. It's not gonna be as in depth as it usually is because I'm kind of blanking right now and I don't want to do a super long video. So yeah, but yeah, 3 out of 5 I got right here. So we've got Theatrhythm, Final Fantasy Curtain Call, basically a much improved version of the original. Everything is like the stage is better. There's more characters, more songs, just more stuff, like more stuff, and then the unlocking process when you unlock everything is much better done than the first game because you get more new characters at a constant rate versus grinding it out. In the last game, it took I just gave up on the first one because I was like, dude, this is taking forever to get everything. This one though, you get stuff all the time as you play, and then yeah, but just gonna save the gushing on that one. Really really good. Next, Far Cry 4. Basically, I mean, I really like Far Cry 3, and this is basically like Far Cry 3 but better. So yeah, so. And then the theme of 2014, everything got delayed, and everything I was looking forward to got delayed, so it's kind of weird. So that there's so many games that are in 2015 that I'm still looking forward to, but I kind of want to say like in 2015, it's like I'm not gonna like you shouldn't be able to like say something is like when you're most look forward to games if it was one of your most look forward to games of last year. So if you do that, it kind of like wipes the slate a bit of like what am I looking forward to this year that I didn't already know about because everything's a known quantity. Kind of makes it no fun. But yeah, Far Cry 4 is basically just as good as 3. Different setting, similar premise. You like go up bell towers to open up the map just like you did the satellite or the whatever towers in the 3, and then outpost missions to stealth them or just go in and like more more fun with animals attacking outposts. That was You can ride elephants, all sort of cool stuff. But yeah, I mean, I would say it's like got the same issue as 3, where it's like the narrative and story kind of and the characters kind of but can't say they didn't try. I mean, it was like you could tell it was like better, but it was there's still work to be done. So whatever, we'll see what happens in the next one. And then Shadow of Mordor. Yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I put up some videos of this on my channel as well. I mean, I should have the Far Cry 4 playthrough up, but it's taking me time to like go back and do everything. That's a whole other thing. But Shadow of Mordor I liked because it was open world and the Batman combat, and it's M-rated, so instead of just like beating up on dudes and like you get like this crazy melee weapon combat and just like chop chopping up dudes or orcs, because all your enemies are orcs. Super brutal. Just the stuff you do to them is just so good. And then you can stealth it, and it felt very Assassin's Creed in Middle Earth with Batman combat, and that was like the combination of a bunch of that on top of the Nemesis system. And the story was pretty good. Not the best ever, but it's like not terrible. So this game very much felt like it was the sum of its parts, where the combat's good, the setting's cool, the story's decent, and then the Nemesis system just glues it all together. And it's like, wow, because like every orc you face has a chance to, like even if you don't kill them and they run away or they see your encounter with another captain or chief and they survive it and they come back promoted and they're like, Ranger, I remember you, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, cool. It's like, it's that one orc from that one time. And he has a name now. And then the entrance music on the Warties is cool too, because they chant the name of Zarbog, or whatever their name is. It's great. It's great, and like all the encounters are amazing. I love the final boss fight too. That's cool. It was different. It was similar, but it was different. It wasn't like too hard, but it was like I like what they did. And then they throw some QTEs at you out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, so they try to like mix it up at the end. So that's cool. But yeah, definitely hope they. I don't want to say I hope they make it a franchise and just like keep churning them out, but I would not mind if there was another Shadow Mordor game, because good stuff. Yeah, I gotta open up my crack open my bottle. 2015. I mean, I'm only like, you know, really late with this video and stuff or whatever. Happy New Year, guys. Ho ho. All right. Next game we're gonna talk about. I don't have it because it's a digital copy, therefore no box to like show. You can see my shirt here of yeah, the Traveler. Destiny. Oh yeah. I mean, you know, people like to hate on it. Whatever. I don't care. I mean, I like to hate on it sometimes too. It's love-hate relationship. I mean, I haven't even like added up the hours since 2 months ago, and 2 months ago I was already like 300 hours or something. It was like over 300 hours. It was crazy. It was like, oh, excuse me. I had like 100 or 200 hours on my Warlock, and then my other two characters are like up there. And I know I easily have 300 hours each on all of them. And the Warlock's definitely got to be like pushing 200 hours probably. So it's like, 400-ish hours. I'd have to look it up. I'd look it up because I'll be doing that in my next weekly update. Because it's been, let's see, September, October, November, December. It's been 5 months I've been playing this game. I haven't played this game. That's almost 6 months. That's almost half a year of just like cracking out on this. Okay, I kind of cut back, but still, it's like I'm playing it daily, and there's no game I can say is I've like done that. Just it is a quasi MMO. Like they hit their marks, and I mean, sure it's a grind fest, but once you get into the groove of getting to 20, and then slowly getting up the hill of the level caps, and then seeing what your goal, or depending on like whatever your playstyle is, like if you have your goal of like, okay, I want to get this, I want to get that, and then just just like getting the materials for it, and then getting it, and then I mean, it's kind of annoying because all the legendary now sucks that they have for the quartermaster, so it's like I don't care to like use my marks until the next expansion, so it's whatever. And then now I'm basically just hunting down the last exotics I don't have, or just hoping I get the drops for the exotics. But it's like, even if I don't, it's cool because I have my gear, so it's like my gear set, and I'm good for the next however long. And then I just got to do the nightfall, so I get something cool. If not, whatever. And then they did say they were gonna fix the drops in the Crota's Inn, and I think they did, because all my characters are basically to 30. Well, the Warlock's not, but whatever. Like my Hunter and my Titan, if I can get the shards, they can get to 32, and then my Warlock will be at 32 if he gets one more piece of armor. So it's cool. So it's like it took way less time than that very, very stressful, almost broke me grind of 30 from Vault of Glass. And man, that's the other thing, dude, is like I don't think I 1000% think that like they don't get enough credit for the raid. Like, there is nothing else in any game I have ever played in my life like the raid in that game. Like, in a first-person shooter where you are coordinating with your team through a gauntlet of enemies and just objectives, and you have to be on point and just know what you're doing. Your team composition of like how good is like whatever, and then like you have different what's the word here? There's different stuff in the raid that you do, and it's like not everybody's good at everything, so you can like you basically dole out team you're like your task during this part, like at the end of Vault of Glass Atheon, it's like you got Portal Team and you got Supplicant Team. It's like, and then that's the other thing, people were like wah about like random teleports, but I think that actually made it better, because you couldn't just have people that would go into the portal and be like, okay dudes, we got this. It's like, no, everybody has to know what the F they're doing in case they get teleported in, and then it's like, who has the shield, who does not have the shield, who's good with the shield, who's not good with the shield. And then maybe if you're not, just try it, because everybody needs to be able to get the shield, because you don't want a situation where everybody's teleported in and it's like, oh, I'm not getting the shield, I'm not getting the shield either, oh, but I'm not good with the shield. And then like, it's like, crap, you have 3 people in the portal, and it's like, how many seconds have gone by, and like nobody's picked up the shield. Oracles start spawning, and like the hobgoblins and minotaurs are just like killing everybody. It's like, yeah, complete chaos. So it's like that experience has made me appreciate my friends on PSN that I play with every week, and how we have basically just like been through this stuff every week, and just like in the fires of Destiny, we have our guardians have been born, and just we keep going at it, and just as a team we have risen like to such a degree. We haven't got Flawless Raider yet, but it will happen this year. It will happen this year. We'll get Flawless Raider, and then I will play a bit of PvP to get the exotic weapons I don't have and the trophies I don't have, and I can platinum the game, and then I can be like, I'm done after House of Wolves comes out. If it's terrible, and abandoned ship. But last year like to now, it was like an amazing ride of nothing I have ever played in my life in the raids. It's just so good. And the Crota encounter, man, that is so good. It's like that to me is just another amazing encounter because you have only one person can damage Crota with the sword, and everybody else is basically support role. So it's like you have to, just like Wall of Glass, you got to be on point. So it's like, okay, well, Sword Bearer's coming out, he's gonna drop the sword, and then you have a limited time with the sword. So it's like make sure all the ads are gone. So the Tower Boomers, Night Steeds are dead, and then make sure no thralls come up the stairs, and then gotta take Crota down. So it's like gotta be doing damage. So if you don't have Galahorns, which is another whole, I don't even get into it, or highly damaging weapons, also a hard encounter. That's why we just got to 32 when we tried it, and it was so much easier when you could have the not have the damage negated by your level of, we can actually now that we're all well, I wasn't 32, but the people with the sword, our sword bearer was 32, and he was doing much more damage than when he was 31. So you can also see all the systems in place in the game of like if you're one level lower, it's like 20% or 10% less damage you do. So that's another thing that I appreciate about the game is like you incrementally increase, but when you're at the lower end going against harder objectives, when you can evenly be level at it, all your skill and experience will like put you that much more over when you're playing it. Because when we downed Crota, it was like the first run that we did, and it was like, wow, that was so much easier. So, but then it's annoying. I was like streaming it, and I have this video recorded, except there's no sound because that day I messed up on my audio settings, so all my streams that day had no sound, and like, it was such a good day, and like we're doing so awesome in the raids, and I don't want to like upload any videos without sound. I might do it just because, but man, we just wrecked that raid. It was great. So I can't wait for hard mode. Hopefully. Oh, that's the other thing is like they add stuff in hard mode, so it's like because in a Bottle Glass you get, what is it, detained? Yeah, Templar fight you get detained, and then Aethon you get detained. Well, actually you get detained on normal anyway, so we'll see what happens in hard mode. So I'm thinking they're probably gonna add more Shriekers or just more Thralls randomly because it's the Hive. So we'll see, but I can't wait for it. See, I can't. That's the other thing is like I love this game. Like sometimes I will be like spewing so much venom of like, curse destiny, the grind, blah blah blah. But lately it's like I've come around to like embrace it. Of just I'm at peace with this game. Like I said with the Mass Effect 3 ending, I'm at peace with it. I'm at peace with like with the game. After you get into your groove of okay, well every Tuesday I'm gonna do this after it resets, and then hopefully I get the drops. If I don't, whatever, because I already have an awesome set of gear. And then I do the raids with my friends, and it's so awesome and so fun, and that's like the best ever. And then there's nothing else I'd rather be doing. I can easily say that. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing, and it's so fun. So yeah, Destiny. F the haters. It's awesome. What else? Oh, I guess the other thing is like it's very reliant on the group of friends you're playing with. Because if your team sucks, you're gonna probably not have a very good experience since you won't be able to like easily do the raids or whatever. But hey, that's not my fault. My friends are awesome, so ha ha ha. And then okay, next game. That's top 5. So you got Theatrhythm, Farcry, Shadow Mordor, Destiny, and another game that's I don't have the box copy because it's digital. The Wolf Among Us. That game. Telltale. Amazing job. Amazing. Like just. I don't even know what to say, man. Just like I thought I guess that's the other thing is like Telltale. I love them. Is like every time I think they've peaked, and it's like they can get better. That was like the best I've ever seen. Like nothing nothing will ever eclipse what they've just done. It's amazing. And then they come out and it's like, that was even better. It's like Walking Dead season 1. I was like, dude, that's it. That's like, that would got me right here. I was like, just so good. And then the Wolf Among Us comes out and it's so good. It's like completely different reasons though, because Walking Dead is like survival, and then this one is basically like the search for truth. And they man, so good. And just it has like all their stuff is hitting the marks. It has like the dialogue that you have a timer, so it's like you can't just like sit there and be like, what am I gonna do? It's like you're very in of like your emotions of like what in the now time, what am I gonna do here, and all the consequences. Oh man, and then just like that whole like case of Big B Wolf and the search for justice, and my screensaver just came on. Oh no. And then what else? But yeah, it's a great story of like Big B Wolf, his search for justice, and then the adventure he goes on and the things you go through. What a ride that was. And then the opening scene every episode is great because it has like the hard or the cold open or whatever it's called, and the credits play and it's like the theme kicks on and it's like and then there's two parts in the episode 5. I'm not gonna talk about either of them because I don't want to spoil it, but they're just amazing. It's just like it's like the build up and the payoff are so good, and then the other one is just like season 2, no. Season 2, where are you? Season 2. Oh, Telltale, good job, just amazing. But yeah, then funny enough, I didn't end up picking up what's that game called? Or what, the Game of Thrones game and the Borderlands, Tales from the Borderlands. I'm gonna wait on those until like the full season is out, because just I mean I believe in Telltale and I trust them. It's just I'm not really interested in those two, so I'm gonna wait until the full season and then see what people have to say. I'll probably end up getting them anyway, 'cause it's like, and that's the other thing about Telltale is like their games are awesome and they're cheap. It's like $20 for the season. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna wait and see, make sure it's awesome before I spend. I mean, even if it's not awesome, I'm probably gonna buy it just because, whatever. I don't really care about the two properties. So it's like whatever. Yeah. And it's funny because I felt about that way about Walking Dead, and then after I played, I was like, dude, I can't go back to the TV show now. So I'm so invested in my story. It's like, my story, because I am like, the interactive participant in the video game versus like the passive participant in like the show. It's like, or the comic. I'd rather just be like, oh man, I can't. Wow, this is happening to me. Why? But part 1, top 5 games. Whew. Yeah. Also, 600 subscribers. Yes, 600 subscribers. Yes, as the slow ascent towards whatever I had before I have it in like last year's video, whatever, of like before the fall. Har har. But yeah. So yeah, this year, I was trying to think of like what's the next part of this video. So basically, just some I mean, not too in depth of like what's coming this year, but Plus and Live Deals, Dead Zors, no more. Weekly videos, dude. Like that's like the one main constant. It's like every week there'll be something. Like if it's a Destiny update, or just like what I've been playing, or catching up with comics, or hopefully eventually some video reviews, but not on a weekly basis. Those would be like whenever. Oh, excuse me. And then oh, excuse me again. And then some playthroughs. Like I want to constantly have like videos of like whatever I'm playing out, but that'll be a while, because like this month, January, I'm just like taking a break, and then next month I will have stuff out, because there's stuff that's going to be out that I need to play through, but not until like towards the end of the month. And I don't want to put too much out anyway, because it's the shortest month of the year. So it's like, well, I can just take another break, because it's going to go by fast anyway, because it's February, 28 days. And then what else? But yeah, there will be like, eventually I want to get to the point where it's like I got my reviews, my playthroughs, and then whatever I'm making weekly, and then it's like a constant stream of stuff. And then And I also want to get like back in, like I also want to like tie my vlogs I'm making, like, and not have it just be chatting with Tekken, like have that still, that's like still gonna be a thing like every month. And then that, and then like I want to get back into blogging, like just type blog, and I want to like somehow tie my vlogs I'm making into that. But yeah, we'll see. Like that's a whole other thing of like way off in the future goal. But I had like a ton of goals and stuff. If you go back and look at my other videos from like previous years, there's like goals I said there. That's like there's some of that stuff is like still there because there's still like old playthrough stuff that I haven't gone back and done. I need to go back and do, and I seem to go back and put thumbnails in like every video ever. So who knows when that's gonna happen, if ever. But yeah, that is. Oh, okay. I was like, there's one more thing I gotta do. Cause like, yeah, besides talking about my top 5 games and gush all over them, Daily Fortune Cookie. So, got another Fortune Cookie this year. Let's see what the message or the fortune is. that's funny. A tantalizing new prospect will come your way. I'm not sure if I put this up to the camera, if it can. Can I get that? Can I get that? Can it? Oh no! Oh, hold up! My fingers are in the way. In any case, I guess I could just take a picture of this and then it's not getting it, is it? No, it's not. I guess I could just take a picture of it, whatever. Anyway, you just have to believe me. It says a tantalizing new prospect will come your way. So I guess something cool is going to happen. Okay, that's a very broad translation. I mean, what's this going to come my way? Does that like, what does that mean? Like, can it like, has it already happened? Did I miss out? Like, whatever. I guess we'll find out. Oh, dude, I should have about something. Tantalizing proposition. I mean, a proposition is like someone gives you like an offer, but it's like I haven't had any offers, so you know. Now I'm kind of wondering. Because at first I was thinking, oh, dude, that means like there's gonna be this awesome game, and it's gonna be awesome. But I think this game's gonna be like full of awesome, or this year's gonna be full of awesome games. Because like, yeah, man, there's so many. But that's the other thing about this year. There's so many games, and I will always have something to play, and I'll just be like cranking them out like nonstop. I'll try to keep up. Like I need to play. I'm trying to play The Witcher 1 and 2 right now, so I can play Witcher 3 when it comes out, and then that'll be in May. That's May. Yeah, dude. Like first 6 months of this year, like there's already stuff to play. We got Grim Fandango, Resident Evil Remaster, that one game from Square Enix that's episodic. I pre-ordered some other stuff like already on the PSN store, and then February we got The Order, March Project Cars, April I'm not sure, May Witcher 3, June Batman, also in June or summer got Amplitude, or the Harmonix Kickstarter game I bagged, which is I got delayed to summer, but whatever, dude, it's gonna be awesome. That's 10 already. That's not even counting like stuff from last year, like Division, or I said Batman, but whatever. Okay, Project Cars got delayed too, whatever. But like, you know, all the stuff from last year that's awesome that I wanted to play. Now in this year, and we got Destiny, which is always getting updated and crap, and I'm always playing it. So that's like a like Destiny will be. I don't want to say I'm on for the 10-year ride, but if they play their cards right and they can, you know, not sink their ship. I don't know. I got faith. I got faith. I mean, I'm hoping. It really depends on what happens with House of Wolves, because after seeing what they did with the Eris missions, it's like, I don't know, because it's like there's been some stuff leak already, and I saw it, and I was like, we'll see. But yeah, it could go either way. I mean, I don't want to just keep paying $20 for every raid, but that's the other thing is like after the expansion pass is like how much is the next expansion? So many questions, and it's like, is it really worth it? Cause now I got other games. It's like I could just go and play that, and then whatever, Destiny, whatever. 2014 you were awesome, but 2015 you're not good enough. So yeah, that's it. I will be doing a chat with Tekken after this video actually, so that's funny. So yeah. But yeah, 600 subscribers. Yes. 2015. Yes. Video games are awesome. Yes. So yeah, I guess leave in the comments, you know, what were your top 5 for 2015, or, you know, I'm sorry, 2014. And then like, what are you looking forward to in 2015? I think that's another thing I usually do is like what I'm looking forward to this year. But I already know what I'm looking forward to because it was all stuff from last year that got delayed, and then E3 hasn't happened yet. And then E3 this year is gonna be amazing because like the new Battlefront and new Star Wars, dude. I can't. I'm so pumped. Like new Star Wars, just yeah, just man, great. It's a great time. It's a great time to be alive because you got that, and then you got all these like awesome Marvel movies like Avengers 3. Disney's making like so much money right now. It's ridiculous. I mean, whatever. I don't care that they own the properties. It's like as long as they're just making new stuff. All we need now is like some new Dune, and everything's cool. It's just like it'll be great because you got Star Trek, you got Star Wars. All you need is some Dune, and then we're all set. And like some cyberpunk action. Like there's a new Ghost in the Shell anime apparently. Like it's like a 25th or 15th anniversary thing going on. Whatever. I'm pumped. I mean, I already picked up the flippin' Arise parts 1 and 2, so more cyberpunk as well. Just whatever. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. That's it for the video. That's it for the video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share with your friends, or not. That's cool too. And so yeah, hopefully another awesome year. And until you see or hear from me again, thanks for watching. And I'm now signing off. 2015, the future.